What's going on, y'all? It is Benzrihem here for another video brought to you by Rite Angler. If you guys don't know who I am a contributor for the Florida Sportsman magazine, On the Water magazine, and you may know me from my YouTube channel or my Instagram as well. I make a lot of fishing content and I'm out here every day fishing. Today, I'm going to be discussing how to use live mullet, and you can apply these different hooking methods that we're going to go over in this video to different live bait like menhaden, Atlantic bunker, pilchards, herring. There's so many different baits out there, threadfin herring, that you can use these same hooking methods on. We're going to be using the Rite Angler hook kit. They have so many different hook kits on their site that you can use to get an amazing value because there's so many different hooks, and when you buy a big bundle, you can save a lot of money. The hooks are tested by me on a daily basis and they catch big fish. They hook up well, they don't bend out, and they last. They're very, very durable and they have extremely sharp tips. Today we're going to be discussing circle hooks, but I will also mention the differences between J hooks and circle hooks. Although people assume circle hooks just set themselves and it's all just smooth sailing from there, that's actually a common misconception. There's a lot of finesse that goes into fishing a circle hook with a live bait, particularly a free line live bait, which is what we're going to be going over in this video. So stick with us, stay tuned. Let's go get some bait and let's go show you guys how to rig live bait, use live bait, and hopefully catch some big old fish. Alright guys, so we just got our bait for the day. We just used our Rite Angler 3/8 inch 10-foot cast net to load up on pristine silver mullet. There's two species of mullet that are predominant in this area. We've got our striped mullet, aka they're nicknamed the black mullet, and then we have our silver mullet. The silver mullet are not as abundant, but we've been fortunate that because of the hurricanes, they've obstructed some of their mullet run patterns, and they've been trapped in these estuaries, and they're perfect bait. Wait till you guys see these baits. They're my absolute favorite baits you can use. One will probably jump out. So check this out, guys. That's our bait for the day. So there's two ways to hook silver mullet. The first way that I like when you're freelining, the first way is right through the top of the mouth. There's a soft spot right on the top of the mouth where your hook will go through super easily, and you can come through like this. Now I'm not going to put the barb of the hook through just yet because I'm actually going to tail hook this one to start. If you're fishing seawalls, docks, and other areas that you want your mullet to stay on the top, you want to hook it through the head. It's going to have more longevity and it's going to be more inclined to swim at the top of the water. If you want your mullet to swim freely and you're fishing more open water conditions like these, you're going to go under that back fin. You want to flick off a few scales. I use the tip of the hook to do so. So flick off a few scales. That's going to make it easy to get your hook right through and out to the other side. So that is our tail hooked mullet. Guys, it's important to understand that when your mullet is tail hooked, they don't have as much longevity because as you retrieve them in, the water flushes their gills and then it drowns them. People think that you can't drown fish. You can. As the water shoves up in their gills, they will not make it. Whereas if they're head hooked, which we're going to show you some head hooking in a little bit as well, when you bring them in, they just swim naturally with it. So it depends how you're fishing. Again, I want to just emphasize open water conditions. I like to tail hook, keep a free spool, and let that mullet do its thing. Just let it swim, 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 so it looks natural. If we're fishing structure like this dock behind us, then we're going to want to pitch with that head hook. That way we have more control of where that mullet goes. Sometimes when you head hook it, you almost reel it in like a lure. And this same head hooking method can be applied to pilchards, threadfin herring, bunker, or Atlantic menhaden. You just go right inside the jaw and come up, okay? So today we are using a Rite Angler 5/0 heavy duty circle hook. So how do you use a circle hook? When you use a circle hook, once you have that bait rigged up, if you feel the hit, you don't want to set the hook. Circle hooks were designed to, quote, set themselves, but it's not that simple. When you see a fish and you feel it eat whatever your live bait is with a circle hook, You want to let it eat for about 3 to 5 seconds after you feel the eat. And then once you feel like it's taken that fish, you're just going to slowly close, reel as you elevate your rod, and make sure that your rod tip is up. If your rod tip is down, you will not have any pressure from your rod assisting you in setting that hook. Okay, and then once you get the hook buried, depending on the species you're targeting, and you feel like you have a good connection, a good button, then you can actually set the circle hook, and we call that resetting the hook. And sometimes that can make or break whether or not you actually catch a fish. So we're gonna pitch these mullet around. We're gonna continue talking about how we use these circle hooks, and we're gonna hopefully put a big fish on the board for you guys. So let's get this mullet under some structure. All right, guys, we're actually gonna switch to a head hook because I wanna pitch this dock. So let me show you exactly how we do that. So we pull the hook out, go straight inside the mouth, not through both jaws. Push that hook up, barbs through, and that's our head hooking method. And now when you have it head hooked, that mullet's gonna swim much more freely. It's gonna last a lot longer. I mean, infinitely longer. A good mullet, or even a good, you know, any other type of bait like bunker pilchards, I keep going back to those, they're very prevalent baits in the inshore scene and offshore scene. When you head hook those, they're gonna last so much longer. All right, guys, so we have just shifted. We were on this side. We saw some fish feeding and some mullet being pushed up on this side. I want to introduce you to my friend Nate Lowe. He's a local angler here, and he has some fishing content as well. So he's going to be helping us make this video for you guys. We're going to just put a double attack on them and see if we can get something with these live bait. When I'm fishing open water like this, the name of the game for me is to let that mullet do its thing. Natural presentation, match the hatch, as they say. If I'm fishing something like that seawall, the name of the game is to keep that bait pinned to the wall. So you would be doing a lot of cast and retrieving, because the mullet have a natural instinct to pull away from that wall sometimes. And as sad and dark as it is, you got to keep putting them back on that wall, because that's where some of those hits will happen. So we'll see if we could show you some of both of those things. But again, this video is brought to you by riteangler.com. We are using Rite Angler Circle Hooks today and Rite Angler J hooks, and they're available at riteangler.com. All right, so we have one rod with a head hook back in the rod holder. I'll never rod holder a rod with a tail hook, just because, again, the bait can die. So now we're going to put another rod out with a tail hook and let this one swim freely. Something's on my mullet for sure. Oh yeah. Got something. Might be a shark. Yeah, I just took my mullet right off the hook. Don't know what it was. Oh, I do know what it was. It was a shark. Oh my God, this one's on. That's a giant. Oh my God, good timing. That's a snook. That's a nice snook. Still on, still on. Got a nice snook. All right, baby. Still on. Here, coming under you. They always come to the boat and then freak out. Look at that run. Wow, nice snook. You might get in that second camera. And that's what we call probably a slot-sized fish on that Rite Angler Circle Hook. Doing what it's supposed to do, baby. Sometimes this size fish just fights so hard. Look at him running. Oh my gosh. I can't believe how hard this snook is running. This fish is green. Coming in, coming in, coming in. Okay, in the troller, out of the troller. Almost lost her. Oh, that's an over slot. You mind holding this? Oh, come on, come on, come on. God. Look at that fish.
Ooh, that's a fat one.
Guys, circle hook right in the corner of the mouth. Brought to you by Rite Angler. That literally did exactly what it's supposed to do on this probably just over slot fish. I mean, this fish is green. Wow. Let's pop it right out. I love circle hooks because in the corner of the mouth, they always come out so easily. Just like that. Should we get a quick measurement on her? That's a big fish. Still recording? All right, guys, so this is an overslot. This fish is 33 inches on the dot. So let's get a hold for you. Check that out, guys. That's a 33-inch perfect fish. Sometimes these just overslots, 33 to 36-inch fish fight the hardest. And this fish threw down so hard. You mind putting the camera just beneath the fish? Yeah, perfect. So get your Rite Angler Circle hooks, riteangler.com. Catch nice snook like this. Gear you can trust in. Let's get a nice release. This fish is pretty green. Yeah, she's out of here, guys. So there it is. That's how you do it, man. That one was a little different because that rod was actually posted in the rod holder. But that's another incredible advantage to having those circle hooks. If that was a J hook, I would have been done. And so what is a J hook? A J hook is a hook that you set yourself. So when I'm tossing these big live baits, I use those circle hooks. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. If you like the content that Rite Angler and I are trying to bring to you, please subscribe to this channel because this is going to be tips, tricks, and how-tos on all the gear that you can get at riteangler.com. Thank you so much, guys. We'll see you in the next one.